Welcome to the last part of the series about a complete beginner trying to pave his terrace, this time completing the whole thing. Let's go! Here I am at laying the last big patch of natural porphyry stones. It's in the middle of winter, but paving is really good for keeping you warm. And this is the intermediate result with only this last patch still missing. Now I've got just 3 square meters of these pavers left, so I need to part it wisely. As a mathematician, I would love to have some geometrical shapes here. Geometry. As a mathematician, I don't even know how to say geometry. Well done. This part of the terrace is oriented east, so it's a good place for having breakfast outside, catching the morning sun. Okay, a little hard to imagine at the moment. I want to have quarter of an ellipse marking a small place for sitting here, and a quarter of a circle vis-a-vis, just enough that the pavers can fill the rest. Finally, a task I'm kind of an expert in. I've got a 2.7 times 2.5 meter area, which is 6.75 square meters total, 3 of which shall be laid with pavers. I define quarter of a circle with a variable size, and I want a quarter of an ellipse in this lower left corner. Here's the equation of an ellipse. I turn this into its y equals form to get a function and calculate the area by using calculus. The wider radius a is 2.4 meters, the smaller one b is 1.5. Integration limits are 0 and a, giving this ellipse an area of about 2.8 square meters. Now I define the total area minus the ellipse minus 3 square meters of pavers to get the circle area C. That would mean a radius of about 1.1 meter. Let's make this 1 meter and hope that there's still enough pavers. Let's see how this translates into practice. Maybe it is too cold. Here I first laid 2 rows of porphyry to have a bedding with the right size for the pavers that border the ellipse. To continue, they must first come out before being laid again flush with this frame. Hast du schon wieder einen Hammer?
Ja.
Our neighbors gave me a new nickname. Woodpecker. Look what I found. It's the last stone. Most of these stones can still wiggle a little, so what's still left to do is to really compact the surface. It certainly makes a lot of sand disappear, so I think that's a good sign. Look just how deep this sand is washed into the joints. And these colors now, beautiful. Once the joints are filled up again, it's time to compress everything down to its final level. For this purpose, all the stones have been laid 1 centimeter higher at first, as you can see here, for example. The border is fixed in concrete and won't move anymore. The paved area is only laid in a bedding and will be pushed down. Even after compressing, the level should be 3 to 5 millimeters higher than the border, because they're expected to sink even more over time. But now it's time to get heavy machines in here. Well, heavy may be a little over the top, since this is the lightest vibrating plate I could find, but again, this is a terrace and not a road, so it's sufficient to use something that still can be moved by hand. The joints are filled, the excess sand is brushed off, and the protective mat for not scratching the pavers is mounted. So Huh? What do you mean, what's with all these logs? Are these logs? Yeah, that's another project and maybe another video, so if you're interested, stay tuned. In the next weeks, I will still need to fill the joints up from time to time, but apart from that, the project's finished. So this was my first attempt on paving, and I think it came out pretty well. What do you think? Please let me know. And here are a few more facts about the project. Total area paved was 40 square meters, which is about 430 square feet. Total time paving, very roughly 60 hours, and costs are at about 2,000 euros for sand, gravel, stones and renting the vibrating plate. All building materials are mineral, so no plastic or synthetic additives needed. Well, of course this is no professional work and not crazily accurate, especially not here. But doing it for my own family gives me this wonderful freedom of not having to worry about that too much. So I learned some new skills, I had a lot of fun and saved a ton of money. Feel free to give me some advice in the comments and for others to do it even better. Thanks for watching and see you next time.